Hey, so I'm in the studio because I have a couple of days off actually, which is a great thing. I've been a little under the weather, so this is like supposed to be recuperation time, which it is actually, but of course drumming is very therapeutic. So along with herbs and rest and doing what I'm supposed to do on that front, I'm in here again fooling around with the Slick Lick series and getting some drum therapy. So today what I was going to talk about a little bit is solo phrasing. Of course, everybody's solos really according to a number of things. One factor being whatever your level of development is on the drum. Two, according to your vocabulary, which is pretty much the same thing as your development on the drum. But a big part is obviously your inspiration, what you're inspired to play, and your ability to translate your inspiration into your hands and into the drums. So I wanted to give a couple of ideas about some things that you can use to help you in your expression. So, for instance, if you're playing in basic timbal, which we're always working here out of basic timbal, so if you wanted to now begin to incorporate like you'd be playing in a solo section, first thing you want to think about is, I don't want to give up the feel of the groove that is the timbal. So after the sort of montuno section comes in, the timbal player will go to the sincero and the bongocero, or the bongo player. He'll pick up the bongo bell. At that time, your pattern here changes anyway and starts to become. So now it's time for a coco solo. So I don't want to just break this entire groove and go into outer space. So I want to think first of some phrasing right within the course of the timbal. That people can't feel it and continue dancing. Of course, you don't have to stay locked into the timbal exactly like this. So you can go out like this. So the idea here is that was pretty simple soloing. And remember, if you've got the timbalero playing the sincero part and the contra campana part, or the bell, contra campana part on the timbal, and the bongocero playing the bongo bell, you have pretty much of a time bass in order to really take the solo pretty far out. So that can also happen. But you still want to think in the context of the tumbao, because you want people to still be able to feel. You want people to be able to feel your melody in relation to the bases of tumbao. And when you kind of do that and you're able to lock that down, it gives you a strong basis to kind of take your solo into more of a far out feel, or more of a feeling of doing phrases and crossing the bar line and doing all kinds of other things. So this is just a basic idea of soloing. Of course, a main element of soloing is you want all of your conversational elements to be clean. Tones, muffs, close slap, open slap, bass tones. If all of that is clean, then you got your phrasing together. It'll all come out sounding very nice. One exercise I used to teach in my class, I still do actually, in the very beginning, is how to get clarity in those sounds with your hands in motion. So all kinds of exercises like that to make sure I'm getting all of the sounds nice and clean. All right, peace out. Soloing ideas.